guys, it's Cindy Leach, your Polymer Clay tutor, and today's studio tip, I'm going to teach you a little bit more about understanding polymer clay color mixing by making mud. Now, do you remember back in elementary school when you got your box of paints out and you had all the pretty colors of the rainbow and you were putting them on your painting? Well, if you mixed all those colors together, you ended up with basically this really muddy brown color. And that's because you ended up mixing all three of the primary colors together and you ended up with mud. Well, the same thing happens with polymer clay. Now, to show you what I mean is I took a ball of scrap clay, which basically has all the different colors in it. I cut it in half and I mixed one half completely up. Now, by mixing it up, I mixed all the colors together and I ended up with this brown mud color. Well, like I said, when we were learning about our primary colors, is if you ended up mixing all three colors, your red, yellow, and blue together, you would end up with brown. And that's exactly what I did. I mixed, this is cadmium red, primo, zinc yellow, and cobalt blue. And I ended up with this dark brown color. Well, we also learned that if you mix only two of the primary colors together, you'll get the other secondary colors, which are, if you mix red and yellow together, you're going to get orange. If you mix yellow and blue together, you're going to get green. And if you mix red and blue together, you're going to get purple. Well, take a look at this particular purple. It's a purple, all right, but it is kind of muddy if you compare it to like purple primo. And the reason for that is we're not actually mixing only two primary colors here together. We're actually mixing three, because if you take a look carefully at this red, it has a touch of yellow in it. It's kind of on the orangey side, which means you've got the red, the blue, and the touch of yellow, making it all three primary colors. Now, because these two colors are the red and blue are most dominant, you're basically getting a purple, but it's a little on the muddy side. Now, that happens with all of the different colors of the clays. So like all the primo colors. If we take the colors from the red line, we'll take three of the reds. We've got cadmium red, we've got pomegranate and fuchsia. If you take a look at these three, they're quite different looking. The cadmium red here, the first one, has quite a bit of yellow in it. And you can see that it has more of an orangey look to it. And that would be what we call a warm color, because, you know, you can think of it this way, remember it this way by thinking, well, yellow and the sun's warm, so that's a warm color. Well, this middle one here, the pomegranate, it kind of is a neutral. It's basically a mix between a warm and a cool red, and you end up with kind of a neutral red color. The fuchsia here at the end has a lot of blue in it, and it has, when you look at it, it looks more purpley. So that would be what we would consider a cool red. And cool, I think of cool as blue ice. So ice is blue or whatever. So that will help you remember the two between warm and cool. So when you're mixing these three reds with different colors, you're going to end up with different results depending on what you're mixing it with. So when we saw the purple there, we had between the cad red and the cobalt blue, we had kind of a muddy purple. But if I mix the same cobalt blue with the more neutral colored pomegranate, we get purple that is a little less muddy. It's not super pure yet because there is a little yellow and a little blue in it, but there's a lot less yellow in it, so we get a little bit more pure. But if we take the cobalt blue and mix it with the fuchsia, which is the cool red, we're right back down to only two primaries again, because this has a little bit of, it's got mostly red, but a little touch of blue and blue in it. So there's no yellow in there at all. And we mix it together, we get this very pure purple. So it's not pure, but very clean. There's no mud in it at all. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you the same sort of idea as if we mix the reds with the yellows instead. So when we mix the cadmium red with a zinc yellow, we get this sort of orange here, a nice, pretty clean looking orange. If we mix the zinc yellow with the pomegranate, which was more of a neutral red, we get a slightly muddier orange. But if we mix the zinc yellow with the fuchsia, which basically we're going back to the 3 primaries again because there's a little touch of blue in that red, we end up with quite a muddy orange. So the trick here is to keep, if you want your colors more pure, really look at your base colors that you're mixing them in. How many primaries are you mixing together? Does that color look a little bit warm? Does it look like maybe it has a touch of yellow in it? Or does it maybe have a touch of blue in it? And think about if you have 3 primaries, you're going to end up with something muddy. If you only have 2, it'll be a cleaner color. So I hope that was helpful for you. And if you did, do let us know if you liked this video. And as far as other questions go with polymer clay, there are you probably have lots of them, but we have also done a ton of videos. So make sure to search through the videos that we've done and see if you can find your answer there. And if you can't, make sure to leave suggestions in the comment section below so that we can maybe do a video on it in the future. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.